من حديث أبي الدرداء رضي الله عنه قال صلى الله عليه وسلم: ألا أنبئكم بخير أعمالكم وأزكاها عند مليككم وأرفعها في درجاتكم وخير لكم من إنفاق الذهب والورق، يعني الفضة، وخير لكم من أن تلقوا عدوكم فتضربوا أعناقهم ويضربوا أعناقكم؟ قالوا: بلى. قال: ذكر الله. قال: ذكر الله. فقال معاذ بن جبل رضي الله عنه: ما من شيء أنجى من عذاب الله من ذكر الله. Subhanallah, in this hadith, Imam Tirmidhi and Imam Malik narrated that, and as you will see the hadith, hear the hadith, that dhikrullah is one of the best action. The Prophet ﷺ, as Tirmidhi and Malik narrated, from the hadith of Abu Darda, he ﷺ said, should I not inform you of the best of your deeds and the purest of them with your master, with your Lord Allah the Almighty, and the highest of them in your ranks, and what is better for you than spending gold and silver, and better for you than meeting your enemy and striking their necks, and they strike your necks? The companion, may Allah Azza wa Jalla be pleased with them, they said, of course, yes, of course, tell us. So he sallallahu alayhi wasallam thereupon said, dhikrullah, the remembrance of Allah the Almighty. Mu'adh radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, based on that, he said, there is nothing that brings more salvation from the punishment of Allah than the remembrance of Allah. Nothing can save you from the punishment of Allah more than dhikrullahi azza wa jal. Dhikrullahi azza wa jal. وفي الصحيحين من حديث أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال صلى الله عليه وسلم: يقول الله تعالى: أنا عند ظن عبدي بي وأنا معه إذا ذكرني، فإن ذكرني في نفسه ذكرته في نفسي، وإن ذكرني في ملأ ذكرته في ملأ خير منهم، وإن تقرب إلي بشبر تقربت إليه ذراعا، وإن تقرب إلي ذراعا تقربت إليه باعا، وإن أتاني يمشي أتيته هرولا. Also Imam Bukhari and Muslim, may Allah have mercy on them, in the hadith narrated from Abi Hurairah, that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah the Almighty said, this is a divine hadith, I am just as my slave thinks I am, or thinks about me. And this is something, subhanallah, a lot of people, wallahi, they do not ponder about this. A lot of people, they do not understand this hadith as they should. Or let us say, they do not think about this hadith as they should. When you hear the words here, that Allah the Almighty said, I am just as my slave thinks about me. So sometimes you feel some tribulation, right? Maybe sickness, maybe tribulation. And it does not come to your mind that Allah Azza wa Jal, you do not think sometimes positively, that Allah Azza wa Jal, you think you have this good thinking about Him, that He will cure you. He will give you an exit. You do not bring this in your mind. You don't think in this way. Your mind goes directly, doctors, fulan, so and so. It's not how you should have the mind clear. When you have this in your mind always, when you have anything, think well about Allah Azza wa Jalla. If you are sick, what do you need? What do you need when you are suffering a sickness? Cure, right or wrong? Relieving your difficulty, having mercy, whatever you need. Put it in your mind. Think positively about Allah the Almighty, and you will have whatever you need. Allah is telling us, I am just as my slave thinks I am, or of me, or about me, means I'm able to do for him what he thinks I can do for him. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Then he said, I am with him if he remembers me. If he remembers me in himself, I too remember him in myself. And if he remember me in a group of people, I remember him in a group that is better than them or than they. So here, I am just as my slave thinks about me. In another narration, let my slave thinks whatever he wants. So we have to have this in our mind, in any aspect, which is whether it is rizq, provision, sickness, health, blessing, whatever. Think positively about Allah Azza wa Jal. Have this in your mind, and inshallah ta'ala, Allah will give you whatever you think that He is able to do. And Allah is the Almighty without a doubt. لذلك أحسن الظن بربك. لو كنت مريضا فأحسن الظن بالله. وضع في عقلك وقلبك أن الله قادر على شفائك، وأن الله هو الشافي، وأن الله عز وجل هو القادر على كل شيء، فأمره بين الكاف والنون. لا يتوجه قلبك إلى طبيب بداية، لا نقول لا تذهب، فرق، لكن القلب يلتفت بداية إلى الله عز وجل. في وقت الشدة أنت ترجوه الفرج وتعلم أنه قادر على تفريج الكربات، يفرج الكرب بإذن الله عز وجل، وكذلك المرض وغيره. إذن هذه المحطات الأربعة التي ذكرناها نحتاج التزود منها في سيرنا إلى الله. So we mentioned 4 stages. We need these stages to refuel, to have some extra fuel while we are traveling in our way to Allah the Almighty. The 4th, again, before start speaking about some obstacles. The 4th are, number 1, ذكر الموت, right? Remembering death. This is number 1. The 2nd stage, المحطة الثانية, الخوف من الله. You need that. You need that. You need to have that, as we mentioned last lecture. The 3rd, الصحبة الصالحة, having the good company, right? And what about the 4th? القرآن والذكر. Quran dhikrullah. How come you need the guidance? You want to be guided and you abandon, you neglect the book of Allah that is a guidance. How? Some people they do not have relation with the Quran. From Ramadan to Ramadan. And when they recite it in Ramadan, they do not understand anything from that recitation. طيب. ما هي الأمور التي علينا أن نحذرها في الطريق? Now we have some obstacles that we should be aware of, that they will cut your way to Allah the Almighty. They will block you. They will not allow you to do what you have to do to reach your goal. أما أول هذه المحطة العقبات، أول هذه العقبات التي تصد العبد عن سيره إلى الله وتشغله حتى تلهيه عن نفسه وعن هدفه، فهي طول الأمل. المحطة الأولى طول الأمل، العقبة الأولى. The first obstacle, having long hope. Having long hope. And we will explain what we mean by that. طول الأمل هو الاستمرار في الحرص على الدنيا ومداومة الانكباب عليها مع كثرة الإعراض عن الآخرة. هذا الذي نريد أن نتحدث عنه. واضح طول الأمل؟ ما هو المقصود فيه؟ مقصود في طول الأمل الذي يلهيك ويصدك عن ذكر الله عز وجل وتعرض عن الآخرة وتشتغل في دنياك. هذا هو المذموم. So here the first obstacle is the long hope. What we are talking here about, what thing? What I mean by saying the long hope? What I mean here, the long hope that will distract you from the hereafter. The long hope that will pushes you to focus on the dunya only, worldly matter only, to be involved in the dunya, to keen to serve your dunya, and make you forget the hereafter. Is that clear? The long hope that we are talking about? Allah Azza wa Jal بين لنا حال الناس فقال بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا، بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا ولكن إيش؟ وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. Allah the Almighty told us how people they think in general. And He said in Surah Al-A'la, in the ayah 16, 17, more or less, He said, nay, you prefer the life of this world, although the hereafter is better and more lasting. Which one is better? The hereafter. Which one is we are taken care of more? The here dunya. Here dunya or hereafter? So Allah is telling us that the hereafter is better and long lasting, the one that will last forever. And the dunya, it's a temporary, right? Temporary station, temporary life. It will finish, it will have an end. But even though, knowing that, the focus of the majority of the people were dunya or akhirah? Dunya more than the akhirah. Allah Azza wa Jal يقول في سورة الحجر في الآية الثالثة ذرهم يأكلوا ويتمتعوا ويلههم الأمل فسوف يعلمون. والله هذا فيه يحمل التهديد في طيات الآية. تهديد لهؤلاء الذين يأكلوا كالأنعام ولا ينتبهون لما أراد الله منهم. Here Allah the Almighty said in the ayah number 3 of chapter Al-Hijr, leave them to eat and enjoy and let them be preoccupied with the false hope they will come to know. It's like Allah's threatened. They will come to know what will happen to them when in the hereafter. So the false hope is much better to say than the long hope. False hope. We will translate it, false hope. Okay? So, الإمام القرطبي رحمة الله عليه في هذه الآية ذرهم يأكلوا ويتمتعوا ويلههم الأمل قال يشغلهم عن الطاعة. Imam Qurtubi said in this ayah, tafsir, that leave them to eat and enjoy. He said that this false hope will distract them far away from obedience. The false hope will take them far away, will distract them from obedience in general. لكن بشكل عام هل يحتاج العبد أن يكون عنده أملا في حياته ولا لا يحتاج؟ In general, we need to have a hope in our life. Otherwise, we will not work, we will not do anything. So we are not talking about that hope which help you to fix your affairs. But we are talking about the false hope that will take you far away from Allah the Almighty. طيب, the false hope, is it praised in the Quran or it is dispraised in the Quran? It is dispraised in the Quran. Allah the Almighty dispraised the false hope in the Quran. One of these ayat, the ayah that just we mentioned in Surah Al-Hijr. The ayah that we mentioned in Surah Al-Hijr. ذَرْهُمْ يَأْكُلُوا وَيَتَمَتَّعُوا وَيُلْهِهِمُ الْأَمَلِ فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ. So, Allah Azza wa Jal in the ayah, He dispraised in the Quran, He dispraised in general the false hope. And we mentioned the ayah that we said more or less, leave them to eat and enjoy, but in the day of judgment, they will know. They will know. الله عز وجل أيضا لما ذكر اليهود ماذا قال عنهم؟ قال ولا تجدنهم أحرص الناس على حياة ومن الذين أشركوا يود أحدهم أن يعمر 1000 سنة وما هو بمزحزحه من العذاب أن يعمر. Allah, when He mentioned about the Jews in the Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, in the verse 96, more or less, and verily you will find them, the Jews, the greediest of mankind for life, and even greedier than those who ascribe partners to Allah and do not believe in resurrection. Every one of them wishes that he could be given a life of 1,000 years, but the grant of such life will not save him even a little from punishment. So always you see the false hope, it's not praised. It's not praised in the Quran. وفي السنة أيضا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم حذر من الاسترسال مع الآمال الملهية عن طاعة الله عز وجل. فقد ذكر الإمام البخاري رحمه الله من حديث أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول. هذا حديث جميل يقع فيه الناس من حيث يشعرون أو لا يشعرون. قال: لا يزال قلب الكبير شابا في اثنتين. لا يزال قلب الكبير، إنسان مهما كبرت سنه، شابا في اثنتين: في حب الدنيا وطول الأمل. في حب الدنيا وطول الأمل. So in the Sunnah, our Prophet ﷺ warned us against the false hope that distract us from worshipping Allah the Almighty. Imam Bukhari, may Allah have mercy on him, narrated from the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu that he sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, the heart of an old man remains young in two respects. The heart of an old man remain young in two respects. His love for the dunya, his love for this world, means the wealth, amusements, luxuries, and the false hope, the false hope. So even though he has 60, 70 still, he is young, his heart in these two matters. Want to live, and still he has the false hope. وأخرج البخاري وأبو داود عليهما رحمة الله من حديث أنس قال صلى الله عليه وسلم: يكبر ابن آدم ويكبر